Welcome to the Miracle Plant Podcast, where we talk about this miracle plant and how it's helped people in extraordinary ways. We have an incredible guest on, Cody Lewers. He has an incredible journey about how this miracle plant has helped him in so many miraculous ways. Cody, welcome to the Miracle Plant on location on the beach. How the heck are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you? I wish I was at the beach.
Yeah, well, come out anytime. We got ourselves some nice weather out here, and I know we'll be connecting soon. We're both in the Jeffrey Gittimer and Joe Soto mastermind, and we got a chance to really hang out. And I got to hear a lot about your story about cannabis, and I know you're a real estate mogul and just a brilliant real estate entrepreneur, but I didn't know that you had such a passion and a connection with this miracle cannabis plant. So I'd love to hear your story and share it with our audience, brother.
Yeah, man, I would love to share my story, and I'd also really like to dive in and talk to you because we talked about your story and your son's story, and I have a 2-year-old son, and my wife is very holistic. She wanted to go be a naturopathic doctor before she met me, and I derailed her plans. But at any rate, so we have conversations about vaccinations, and I had no idea that vaccinations could be dangerous or could cause issues, and to hear your story, that was incredible to me. So I actually want to use that and use your examples and resources to make sure that my 2-year-old son and my wife, who's 15 weeks pregnant, we're making the best life and business decisions type to say, right? So
absolutely.
So I'd love to talk to you about that, but personally for me, in 2008, I had a good friend who was signed to play baseball and had Tommy John surgery during the summer season. And during his rehab process, they had prescribed him painkillers, which became an addictive problem for him. And he wasn't able to get off of it. Matter of fact, digressed to different forms of self-medication and ended up passing away. And that was something that I had never experienced because I did not drink, I didn't party, I didn't do anything wrong when I was in high school. So when that had happened the summer after high school, it was a little bit interesting. And then I had a knee injury. I had a full replacement in my left knee from wakeboarding. And when I was coming back from the surgery room, I remember waking up and actually getting off of the table and walking because I was under medication, and that was scary to me when I had came to. So when they tried to give me my prescription when I was leaving, I didn't take it. I wouldn't take it. It's not something I wanted to do, and that's when I started reaching out and exploring and finding different avenues, things that would help. And the thing that was the most progressive was the most effective and most enjoyable was some cannabis. So I started in about 2008, using that as my pain medication to recover from a knee surgery, and I've gone from there.
That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. Well, and I know that you also had a recent accident that I just had heard about. And were you able to help, with your hip and a car accident that you were in? Were you also able to use cannabis to help with the pain and the recovery from that as well?
Yeah, and so we just started the story in 2008. The car accident that I got in, which the engine block came through the car, through the front where I was driving. It had hit my knee, if you will. So if you could imagine this being my leg, right? How can I do this? And the engine block hit, and so then my thigh, my femur, acted like a ball peen hammer and went into my acetabular joint of my hip. So it shattered my hip in 2 spots. Essentially, I had to get 2 titanium plates and 8 or 9 titanium screws placed in my right hip, which was a process. And I didn't walk for 4.5 months. And same story. Luckily in Arizona, we have recreational and legal dispensaries, but at the time we had medicinal dispensaries, and I was a medicinal patient because of the recurring and recovering issues from just my knee injury and things that have happened throughout my life that I was able to go straight there. And that was the best pain medication again. Kept me clear-eyed, clear-headed, maybe not clear-eyed, but clear-headed, and able to do what I needed to do, but also not be in pain. And so that would be my best explanation of it. And to a point where in 2013, I think I made some business changes from what I was doing. I tried to invest in a technology company that didn't really pan out. And so I had to go find some business, and I ended up applying at one of the first state licensed medical marijuana dispensaries in Arizona, and as a bud tender. And it was one of the most fun jobs I had, but I only had that job for a few short months, because then I got promoted to manager, and quickly after that to the director of operations over 2 production facilities. So one was they were large. One was a 20,000 square foot facility, and one was a 14,000 square foot facility. And it was a very neat process. I had been going to school for agribusiness and resource management under the professional golf management program at ASU. So I had an understanding of what went into the agribusiness, and I had an understanding of what went into the cannabis business. So the culmination of those two let me have a pretty neat experience with them for about 17 or 18 months, I think, which was an awesome experience, because I got to hear all sorts of different stories, see all different types of applications or substances, right? Like RSO versus CBD. I got to learn about all the CBD spectrum, CBA, CBG, CBN, CBD, so forth. And then also the terpenes and the terpene factors. And these are things that, yeah, I'm not an expert on it like you. I might be, knowledgeable enough to be dangerous, but I'm no expert on it like you are. But I at least have an understanding, and with that understanding, I have a better grasp as to why this is a functional form to help me and you and anybody that's probably listening to this.
Absolutely, brother. That is amazing. We're having a little technical difficulties out here on the beach, but I'd love for you to tell everybody about your incredible business. I was just so blown away by it, and I'd love to hear more about your auction real estate business. And I know you and I have kind of gone back and forth on maybe doing something in the cannabis arena too, but I'd love to hear more about just your business in general. I think so many people will just be blown away by, how the use of your cannabis may have helped clear your mind to come up with such a brilliant idea, get that endocannabinoid system and those CB1 receptors firing. So I'd love for you to share what you do. It's such a cool thing. You're muted,
there you go. You might be right. And certainly using the CBG sales boost that you and Jeffrey that gifted me was a sweet way to start my day every day. But realistically, I didn't create the model. The city of Rome was sold at auction about 500 years ago, to be real honest about it. I've just kind of adapted it into real estate and selling non-distressed. So that means properties that banks don't own. They're not for foreclosure properties. They're not going back to the bank type of situation. This is just the best way to sell properties. And if you look at how homes are sold in Australia, for example, it's the same way. But what I do is I define a timeline that this property is going to be sold on. And when I do that, I create an arena. The buyers have to now negotiate against each other or compete against each other, like I like to say. And they have to do that in that defined timeline, which creates a sense of urgency and it piques their FOMO. When I do that, I can sell homes for the top dollar, and I can do it in the quickest way possible. So that's how I sell homes. And if you want to learn more about it, my website's just my name, CodyLewers.com, and schedule a time to talk to me. I'd love to do that. And I also have a lot of free resources there as well.
Love it, brother. Well, I know you got to run, and I appreciate you jumping on. You're a busy man and got a new family coming. If you had another question for me or anything that you wanted to talk about, I certainly can answer that now if you got another minute or two.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think, we could talk about the auction thing that we were just talking about. You said that there's going to be 45 applicants, but only 2 dispensary licenses delivered throughout 2021. And I
In
just,
Ventura. Yep.
yeah. And I'm not sure if those are pre-existing licenses that they're reselling or new licenses. And if they are new licenses, it's already like a lottery. But people that have pre-existing licenses and may not operate or may not want to operate on it any longer, well, how do they sell that? And well, there's 45 people that want it. You know what I mean? I would put them in a room together and I would just see like how much they really wanted it.
Absolutely. Well, we don't want to give away all the secret sauce here, but I think we're on to something, and I definitely we're going to collaborate and talk. So there's a huge opportunity here. Just remember, everybody, you saw Cody here first, and this is an opportunity that you got to hear these ideas being formulated, because I know we're going to do some special things together in the cannabis industry. Cody's already done amazing things, and I think the model works so well. And I know in the real estate space with cannabis, it's very hard to get real estate, and there's all kinds of issues that people who want to be have a cannabis business are up against. So I think that's just going to be a great opportunity to bring buyers and sellers together, and I can't wait to collaborate with you and support you any way I can, Cody. And best of luck to you and the new family, the young family that you're putting together. And it's just been really great getting to know you, man. I look forward to getting to know you even better in the coming months. So thanks for coming on the Miracle Plant, brother. And I'm sure we'll be talking and seeing each other real soon.
Awesome, man. Thank you for inviting me on and having me. Let's talk anytime, man. I'll be around.
Let's do it, man. All right. We'll see you real soon, Cody.
See you, dude.
Take care, brother.